Okay, so we just read The Dinosaurs of Waterhouse Hawkins by Barbara Curley. And after reading the story, what have we determined what kind of story this is?
Biography.
A biography. And what's a biography?
Something that's true and it's present.
Yes, it's about a person. And who was the main character in this story? Yes, and that is the main character in the story, so that's who the biography was about. So while we read the story, we kind of went over the W's of comprehension. What is comprehension, guys? Remember? Understanding
Understanding the story.
Yes, understanding the story. Being able to understand what is going on throughout the story, which is what we're trying to do when we answer questions like who, when, where, what, and why. So, who is the main character in the story again, OCL?
Benjamin Waterhouse Hawkins.
Good. And when did this story take place?
1853 in London, England.
Well, how can we tell it took place in
By the
1853?
pictures and...
What's in the pictures? How can
This
we
is
tell in the
London.
pictures? Yes, the carriage right here. Is that something we have right now in our time? No. What do we have right now?
Trucks, cars, trains.
Good. You can
There's
tell.
some of
And
those too. Anyway.
what else can you tell in the picture?
This is London 1853.
Yeah, but in the picture, like the people, how can you tell that this?
They're
was-
dressed different. They're dressed different.
Yes, they dress more old time with the umbrellas and the hats and the big dresses. You can kind of just tell, right? So, where did this take place then?
London, England.
And we could tell by it specified it in the story, and it says it right there on the first page, right? Okay, so now that we found out who the character is and when the story happened and where the story happened, what did we find out the problem was in this story?
The scientists and
What was he trying to do?
the compress the scientists.
Yes, for what?
The dinosaurs.
He was building dinosaurs, and he wanted to impress who?
The scientists. No, the prince and the queen.
And then someone said scientists. Yes, the scientists too. He was trying to impress the king and queen and the prince first, because he had to have their approval, right? And then what did he do with the scientists? How was he trying to impress them? He went all out, right? What did he do for them? He had a what?
He made a dinosaur that he can go eat.
Yeah, he had a dinner party.
Yeah.
He fully went out and tried to impress them in what he does, which is what? Build dinosaurs. So pretty much if he didn't impress them, his dream's gone, right?
Yeah.
So that became the problem. So why did the problem occur? Because he wanted to what?
Impressed.
He wanted to be what? Successful.
Famous.
And famous, yes. He wanted to be able to share his work with everyone, with the public. He wanted to be able to have other people see how cool dinosaurs are and what an art it can be to build and prepare dinosaurs. So, what was the resolution to the story? Or what fixed the problem?
The crystal plays
What?
something about the part.
What about it?
That they had his grand opening.
Yes, and what was in this grand opening?
Music,
Mhm.
choir, 1,000 voice singing.
Crystals?
Crystals?
No.
Oh, it was at the Crystal Palace in
Oh.
Sydenham Park. So yes, but that's where it happened, but what was in it?
Okay, music,
Yes.
choir,
What was the most important thing that was in it,
the
guys?
prince and
Yeah,
the queen got there. The vibe.
Yes, but what was the most important thing that was in the show that he wanted? What made him successful?
The dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs. So his work was being shown in this. So he was very well liked in England, right? Everyone was very impressed. So, what happened in the United States, though, when he tried putting work in the United
he
States?
buried.
They burned them and buried them.
Yes. Before he could finish, vandals broke into the workshop and smashed the models to pieces and buried them in the park. And they say today that pieces of the dinosaurs of Waterhouse Hawkins can still be found. They're still buried somewhere.
Under that big,
That's the That's a dinosaur. They're showing a dinosaur that's probably buried in Central Park. So where's Central Park at? Does anyone know? Yes, it's in New York. So somewhere in New York, there are dinosaurs, or the bones, and his work probably buried somewhere. So, what would you do in a similar situation if you were Benjamin Waterhouse Hawkins?
Yeah, man. I'll be a dog dinosaurs.
And build a lot of dinosaurs. What would you do with these dinosaurs? Would you do the same thing he did, or would you do something different?
Something different.
You're trying to impress everyone. He didn't impress the United States, though, did he? No. Okay. So let's go back over one more time. Who was the main character?
Benjamin Franklin.
Not Benjamin Franklin. Who was it?
Benjamin Waterhouse Hawkins.
Good. There we go. Now, there was some hard vocabulary in here I noticed too for you guys. So let's go over some of that. We discussed what paleontology was. So what was that again?
I forgot.
Does anyone know? Remember what paleontology was? We kind of discussed it.
I don't know.
It says right here. Because remember, he had his dinner party and he was saying, as the hours drew near, the table was elegantly set in the names of famous scientists, the father of paleontology. So what does that probably mean? If he's having a scientist come and they're viewing his dinosaurs, what are these scientists probably studying?
Dinosaurs.
Yes. It's the study of dinosaurs and the bones. And another one that he had, like, does anyone know what molds are? That one was highlighted. It says that he created clay figures and created the molds from them. Does anyone know what that means? Created the molds.
Like an ugliness too.
No, not like that kind of mold.
Mold? It's
Like that.
like clay?
Yes, kind of like the. You're getting closer. Kind of like like in this picture.
Iron.
If you kind of turn to 403, it kind of shows it's like the outer part that kind of puts the shape of the dinosaur right there. And then, does anyone know what it means when then he erected the iron skeletons and built brick foundations? Does anyone know what that means?
He like broke it.
No, he like brought it to life.
Oh.
Like it came to life.
So then it almost tried eating everybody?
No, not like that kind of life.
Oh.
Okay. Nervously, he tidied up here and there. Do you guys know what tidied means? It kind of gives you clues. Nervously, he tidied up here and there. Because he's throwing this party. No one knows what it means to tidy up? Anyone have a guess?
They were going everywhere?
They were cleaning. He was cleaning. He was cleaning it up, getting ready for the party. So, the next word. Waterhouse pointed out there are a few iguanodon bones that help determine the model's size and proportion. Does anyone know what proportion means? It kind of gives it away by the model's size and proportion. It's kind of like the word size. It's kind of like how overall big the dinosaur is. You guys know what workshop means, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. What's a workshop?
Something. It's a shop and you look at.
It's kind of your place where you go to do your own work. So, overall, looking at the story, we found who the characters were, and where and when it was taking place. And then we talked about what the problem was. and then how to fix the problem and why the problem occurred. So, and then of course he fixed the problem. Then you guys decided what you would do in a similar situation if you were him. So, I guess that's it for today. We are done. How long was it?